Joe Theismann. Hey everybody, so my next football card video is of Joe Theismann. And he was quarterback of the Washington Redskins. And yes, I'm wearing a Washington Redskins football jersey. And why? They're not my favorite team, but I do consider the Washington Commanders, which is now it's 2026. They're still the Washington Redskins. They are. They're still the Redskins. In my book, they will always be the Redskins. And that's why I have this jersey, is because I like the color, and I just like the Redskins symbol. They're not the Commanders. They will always be the Redskins. So, well, for me, they'll always be the Redskins. So that's why I'm wearing this jersey. And Joe Theismann, he was the quarterback of the Washington Redskins. So where to begin with Theismann? I have a lot of memories of this guy in the 1980s and up until now, 2026. Right. Okay, let's start with the card itself. 1971 O-Pee-Chee CFL, Canadian Football League. So yeah, he played for the CFL, Toronto Argonauts, right there. Um, and this is a pretty cool card. I like it. Um, there are plenty of CFL football cards, and I have a few, but I always hung on to Joe Theismann just because uh, I have a lot of memories of this guy, and I'll tell you why. Okay. He went to college at Notre Dame, but I was too young. I was born in 1970, and he was at Notre Dame in the late 1960s, so I never watched him in college. Um, but I've seen films of him in college and stuff, and he was a pretty good quarterback. And my earliest memories of him are of the Washington Redskins. Yeah, I don't have any memories of him playing in the CFL right there, because once again, I was way too young. And he started playing in the NFL for the Redskins. I want to say in 1978 or something like that. 79. I could be wrong. But my earliest memories of Joe Theismann are in the early 80s, 1981, 1982. Um, the Fun Bunch, Washington Redskins, the Hogs. They were a really good team. And Theismann, he was a really good quarterback. In fact, some say he was on his way to the Hall of Fame. Um, so once again, my earliest memories of Joe Theismann, like 1982, 1983, he went to the Super Bowl and beat the Dolphins in 1983. I remember that game. I was only 13 years old, and I remember watching it. And after after he won the Super Bowl, this guy was everywhere on TV. TV commercials, advertisement, Sports Illustrated magazine covers, football, whatever, articles. Joe Theismann was everywhere after he won the Super Bowl, for sure. And that's why I have a lot of memories of this guy. He's charismatic. He likes being in front of the TV, in front of the camera. So I'm telling you, this guy was everywhere. So, all right. So what else can I tell you? Um, he they went to a couple Super Bowls, and it was like back to back Super Bowls. They beat the Dolphins, but then they went to the Super Bowl against the Los Angeles Raiders, and they got beat down. And the funny thing is, they had the number one offense, and they just did not do well in the Super Bowl. And the LA Raiders beat them. And yeah, I watched that game because I was, I'm from LA. I'm kind of a Raiders fan. Super Bowl, I watched the game, and that was a heck of a game. Even though they lost, Joe Theismann was still all over TV. Well, back to back Super Bowls right there. Uh, Again, all over TV, TV commercials, advertisement. He was everywhere. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to think what else to say about that. Okay, so let's get to Monday Night Football, 1985, the famous game against the New York Giants. Lawrence Taylor, Harry Carson, Carl Banks, that New York Giant defense. Uh, I was watching the game. I was 15 years old, and I didn't miss a Monday Night Football game. So I actually watched that game, and I remember it. So yeah, the leg injury that cost Joe Theismann his career. So yeah, I watched it. Um, what else can I tell you about Theismann and any of my my memories about the guy? I guess after his retirement, because like I said, after that leg injury, he retired, and he was all over TV. Uh, yeah, and he still is. It's 2026 right now, and he still does a lot of TV. He's a sports commentator, a football analyst, ESPN, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, NFL Network. Like I said, this guy, he TV commercials, TV. He's done TV shows, like TV episodes. He's been in the movies. So yeah, I have a lot of memories of Joe Theismann. Like I said, in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, because of his NFL career and because of his NFL broadcasting. So lots of memories of Joe Theismann. Oh no!